Yo, how y'all doing? Assalamu alaikum. Imhotep. Um, Buenos dias. I just wanted to talk about the NBA and Kyrie and Kanye and Chappelle as we go forward. Um, we had 11-11 this 2022. Um, I want to talk about too how the NBA players and the analysts, as Kyrie get ready to return, as we can see, I'm not going to say hopefully, but as we can see, a return. I think the NBA and NFL and black NBA players who didn't support Kyrie and black analysts who didn't support Kyrie has to take a major loss. We did impose economic sanctions against the NBA that will be felt at the end of the year when they check their books. That's how economic sanctions go. Thank you, colonial United States, for kind of teaching us that as you impose the sanctions on China that you always point out at the end of the financial period. And so we definitely had to impose sanctions on them. These people are not the original people of America. We are. Uh, we have read the George Washington letter to us Moors. Let's be real. And like I said, we like football and basketball. These are some ancient sports that you can go see on the walls. But as far as these black analysts and players that didn't support Kyrie, now some I can understand. Like you said, you don't want to affect your livelihood, but I think it just points out Dr. Carter G. Woodson's book, The Miseducation of the Negro, and how Kwame Ture said we have to organize. You guys are not. I know you don't really mean on purpose not supporting him because you really are still dealing with mental slavery. A lot of you don't even know your history. You don't even know how to read a contract. Someone just has you out there bouncing the ball, dribbling the ball, catching the ball, throwing the ball. And so for the black NBA community, as you can see, we are Moors, but I know you never even heard them words before. You probably heard from Isaiah Thomas. He told you guys, but the NBA, as Isaiah Thomas says this, they never really bring him out. Even when we dealt with this Semite situation, which they lost to us. They said Kyrie apologized. That was on their controlled media. Nothing that he stood by us as the so-called black community. And we said, yeah, Kyrie, you was wrong. You see, we never said that. They brought him on some SNY. We don't watch that shit. Okay, we don't know who the fuck he got on there with, but I understand as a businessman what he has to do for him as family. So I'm not, and like I said, I'm not here to bash Shaq and Charles and Shannon. I'm just saying to the world, they don't speak for us because they are doing business with the people who came to Africa and learned with us. All the money has European man faces on it. We know this is a colony, but we can still watch basketball and football and all that, but we still fighting for freedom. And so to those players and analysts, you will have to come back to this black Moorish community and rebuild with us. Just because they're reinstating Kyrie, because they really lost to us when it came to defining the word Semites. Because you notice they never defined the word Semite at all through the whole conversation. They just kept saying, we so and so, that's us. Humanity started in Africa. We got the books to show. You learn from us. George G.M. James, Stolen Legacy. Sheikh Anthony Diop, African Origin of Civilization. I read every page, man. I'm a student athlete. I will read every page. I'm going to shoot 1,000 jumpers. I'm going to do the workouts. I'm going to read the 400 pages. I want to be the greatest to ever live, right? When it comes to knowing my world history, and I want us to be the greatest, get back to normal. I got C.M. Bake, Clock of Destiny. You got, look, come on, man. And I went to the museum to show you, right? Because I know who's the teacher and the student. No disrespect to anybody, but we talking about real world history. The Story of the Moors, Stanley Lane Poole. J.A. Rogers with this Sex and Race Volume 1. These just a couple of my physical books, just to show you how the NBA and the NFL and the black players have embarrassed themselves to the world on the intellectual level. I don't care if Kyrie come back and play 4 more seasons. You guys embarrassed yourself. The owner, y'all embarrass yourselves because you're trying to act like black folks, so-called black folks, believe their history started with slavery, and we don't. The era is over with. Unless the people still going to your schools, another book you want to get, what they never told you in history class, and so that's just look. I got my sources, as you can see, the NBA, NFL, ADL, they all failed when it comes to intellectual conversation. Now, when it comes to bullying, one more book for you I think you'd like. By Noble Drew Ali and I think Ty Shriek banned them. Your human rights, the truth about your birthrights, but also go to museums too. Don't just read books. Travel the world too, and it'll help you come out of mental slavery because the United States is a colony. That you ever watch movies and the movie everybody act and to make you believe something's going on, like Wakanda Forever. You watch, oh, we in Wakanda. That's United States. Everybody's acting, and so when I just wanted to address that. I can understand where Kyrie coming from. You know, I think the NBA, NFL, these other Europeans who came with the Pilgrims have to be honest about Columbus never discovered America. How did you get control? Why is all the money have European man faces on it? But you're saying this is a melting pot? What? So y'all just melted on everybody else? How come the money don't like? How come the money doesn't have all type of features? How come it's all white European men? My fault. I'm going to say white. All European colonial dudes. This is a colony. And so when I see Kyrie come on TV and apologize, that's not even on nothing that we own. That's something that they own, okay? And so I do this for the children, the elders who don't know, because I've been in schools catching professors miseducating my people and had to let them know Egypt is in Africa. And we are not Arab Muslims, we are the Moors, okay? And so I just want to say to them guys who coming out still saying Kyrie anti-Semitic, I'm telling you guys, you are embarrassing yourselves to your community and to the intellectual world. It's not that serious to be disrespecting history and culture over paper with European faces on it. They claim this is a melting pot and there's diversity going on, but all the money look like them, right? Because you go, listen, man, when you go into their schools and you never question them, that's the consequence you're going to pay. You're gonna pay their price in society. That's why they approach me. They already know what time it is. Life or death, baby. And I'm going to still live, all right? And so I just want to say thanks to all those who came out and crushed the NBA and the ADL and all those and the NFL. Anybody claiming this anti-Semitic crap and they lost. And as you can see, they don't want to take that L once we define Semites. And we showed that the word Semite and Hamite was created to promote racism anyway. Or colonialism. And so anybody with a critical mind, trust me, these people are still celebrating Columbus Day. He never discovered America. But they want you to be upset about a word Semite and anti-Semitic because it's all financial. So I just wanted to point that out and then send my love to everybody. And thank you guys for defeating them. And also Skip Bayless, you know, the guy just continues to make up stories. He never wants to admit the African connection to Judaism and Islam. But like I said, I'm not worried about you, Skip. There's a lot of stuff on my timelines that can show you the history of Europe. That can show you that these people are living in a false reality that they want you to conform to because they do not want to admit that they came to Africa and learn from us. And then when they were down in Europe, which named after a sister, they also came out their dark ages. And so, hey, and hopefully we can build from this. I'm sending this out in love. About to go into Sagittarius season. And hey, I love y'all. All right. Shem Imhotep, my brothers and sisters. Hasta la vista.